So, after becoming a Muslim, all your opinion about Muslims and Islam has changed, I think.
100%. I found that you know, everybody's kind of different. A lot of Muslims explained it to me. You have a lot of people from different parts of the Muslim world, so that they all have their culture, but everybody, the main thing is the Quran and the Sunnah, and that's what kind of unites the Muslims. But most of the brothers that I've met are very kind and helpful, and that's been because as they say, I'm a baby. I don't know anything, so I'm very dependent on people teaching me the right way, and I've pretty much stuck with just trying to learn the El-Fatiha and learning a little bit about the Quran.
Brother, you can read Fatiha Sharif, huh? You remember it?
I have it memorized.
No, you didn't yet?
No, I have.
Okay. Is that possible to read? You look to the round, not to the camera. You look to the round and speak. Read it.
Okay.
You look down, not. First you say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim."
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa tabala kazmuka wa ta'ala jaduka bilahi
La ilaha ghayruk.
bilahi
La
wala ilaha gairuk a'udu billahi mina shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahman ar-rahim. Alhamdulillahir rabbi alamin. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyaka nabudu wa iyaka nasta'in. Idina silatal idinas mustaqim. Silatal adina an'amta alamin. Gairo makdubi alamin. Wala dalin.
Okay, brother, thank you. MashaAllah. Good. MashaAllah. Yeah, after you became a Muslim, what was the reaction of your community? I mean, did you get a negative attitude from your friends, or did you get positive attitude from your around?
I've gotten a negative attitude from almost everybody. So I think it's one of the scholars came, an Islamic scholar came and gave a class on dawah, and he said right now there's a statistic that says 70% of Americans have a negative view of Islam because of the media. And I found that right before I became a Muslim and then afterwards, I started running into a lot of people that were saying a lot of negative things about Islam. So I felt at times I never told anybody that I was a Muslim because some people I do business with, so I wasn't in a position to lose the business. But I tried to say positive things about Islam and defend Muslims, or at least most of the things that they were saying just were not true. It was something that they'd read or a friend told them or they saw on TV. So I always tried to give a more positive view to my fellow Americans about my faith. But I just didn't feel like I was strong enough to tell people, you know, I'm a Muslim and my religion's a very beautiful religion and has changed my life. And that's why I'm studying with the Imam right now, so maybe I can help people to see Islam in a better light in this country.
So every day you are coming here to study Islam?
Yes.
What do you study? What do you do here? Because we don't know here.
So I try to make my 5 prayers a day. So I come to the mosque. One of the brothers said, go to the mosque at least once a day. So he told me that that's he gave that as like my goal right now, being a new Muslim, to come once a day. So I've learned how to do the wudu and then to sit to say the prayer the best I can, and they said just one little piece at a time. Don't try to be too extreme, because a lot of new Muslims, after they do Shahada, they get really eager, and then they get discouraged and they disappear. So I've just been trying to make this part of my life and make good relationships with some of the other brothers.
Brother, I think we forget your sports coach business.
Okay. When I got out of the military, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. I had been divorced twice and didn't really want to sit behind a desk. And one of my best skills in the military was exercise. I had won some awards, so the exercise business was growing here in Los Angeles. So I got a job at one of the local gyms, and I always liked helping people. So the business in the gyms has a lot of haram in it, where you try to give people the highest price and then negotiate down. And I didn't like that. I like just, here, I'm going to give you this for this price. So I ended up going out and doing my own business. So I go to people's house, and most of the people I work with are probably 40 to 60 years old, professionals, and they don't know anything about exercise. So I have to teach them how to eat better and how to exercise correctly.
The martial arts, did you teaching them?
Some people I do teach martial arts. I've studied martial arts for about 10 years, and a lot of different exercise styles.
No, I didn't understand. You said that 10 years you study
Martial arts,
What
yes.
did you study? You didn't?
I've studied Korean Hapkido. I have a black belt in Hapkido, and I've studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's more of like a wrestling, grappling martial art. And I've also studied Filipino martial arts, sticks and knives. So
you are very experienced for the martial arts. You said that 10 years you study. Where in LA?
LA is probably one of the best places to learn martial arts in the world. There's a few of the guys, masters, studied with Bruce Lee, and then some of the best Brazilian martial artists are here in Los Angeles, the Gracie brothers. And I think because of the movies too, Hollywood, a lot of martial arts schools are almost on every street corner.
No, but I asked that where did you learn? In those people?
Yes, here in Los Angeles.
Who was your master? Your master is the master of Bruce Lee? No.
One of my masters trained with Bruce Lee. His name's Danny Inosanto. He's kind of a famous guy. He does a seminar once a year, and people come from all around the world to train with him for 4 days. Then there's another master that I studied with. He's a Korean master named Master Kwan. His partner was in some movies. And then the Machado brothers, I've studied with them, and they trained Chuck Norris, who's kind of a famous martial artist. He had a TV show, Texas Ranger.
Your masters were something famous. I mean, important people.
So yeah, some of them have. Most people, probably some people in Turkey, would know some of the names that are, if they're into martial arts.
Yeah, well, we know only usually look for Bruce Lee.
Right.
Chuck Norris also is some of the movies he's making some martial arts. I don't know with the style. What's his style?
He did Tong Sudo, which is a Korean form of karate, and then he started learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So Chuck Norris has a really good kicking martial art, but he also studied grappling too.
Your master was his teacher, or?
Yes, Brazilian brothers. They call them the Machado brothers. They trained Chuck Norris and were on one of his TV shows.
Also, you learn from this man, huh?
Yes.
So you said red belt from one of them, or
Yeah,
excuse me, not red, black belt.
black belt.
Three of them you have black belt, or no?
I have one black belt and a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So black belts in Korean Hapkido. And nowadays, it's very kind of, it sounds like, oh, wow, that's a lot, but there's mixed martial arts is very common, so people like to cross-train and learn weapons. They like to learn kicking and punching, and also like grappling and judo style.